Well, it's toward the end of the month, so we have a brand new collection, and I'm so happy to introduce you to Sealife Stained Glass. We're getting into summer, and this is a perfect example of a look that's going to be working really, really well. Now, there are all of these, and let me go through them and share with you. Plus, I have 4 new projects that Debbie has done, so won't you please come play with us? Okay, let me get into what is in here, and I'm going to start with the papers because I know that you want to see every single sheet, so I'm going to provide that for you. By the way, there is a video on every single product page that will show you exactly what I'm going to do right now. And here are the 12 by 12 sheets. Now, as I said, this is Sealife, so you're going to see dolphins and whales and jellyfish and seahorses, turtles, and we have done it in this style with these large cutouts. What's also really neat is on the back side of each one, you have a kind of a sea stained glass look, which is really, really nice. So here we have 6 more, and these are about 4 inches by not quite 6 inches, so they're going to work really well on your projects. Again, a sea stained glass look. Here we have more, and just really, really pretty, and there's the back of it. Now for this one, I really wanted to have some art that would allow you to place a cutting die or a chipboard or anything that you wanted to. And so that's what these are representing. Again, there is the back. And here is the last one. We've got some borders, as you can see, more of these overall pieces that you can, well, I'll show you what Debbie's done. She's done some really wonderful things. Again, the stained glass, and then the cutouts. And there are, let me see, 118 in total cutouts. The back of it, isn't that fun? Like a pebbly beach. Now, that is what is in the 12 by 12 set. And as always, we have ideas on the packaging because this comes from hot off the press, the parent company of Paper Wishes. So a scrapbook page as well as a card. And let me just show you that scrapbook page because scrapbookers, I really want to give you everything that we can. And so here is it's a page that's done on one of the backgrounds, as I showed you. 2 of the large cutouts. Don't they do a nice job of balancing the 2 photographs? The solid colors is what Debbie has double matted her photos, and she's used the cutting dies that I'll show you in a minute to do the seaweed and so forth, and some jute twine there. So that just works very, very nicely. Now, I did mention the solid colors, and we always do the solid, and that just works so well. And here they are. You're going to get 12 sheets, 12 colors. How do we do that? Well, because on one side, now here we've got a teal, on the other side we've got a lighter teal. Same with this blue. We've got, now in this case, a darker. We've got the purple and a lighter, or darker. We've got the orange. And this has, on the back of it, kind of a brown, and then we've got the yellow with green on the back and the black with tan, gray on the back. So that's how you're going to get those 12 colors on 12 sheets. You can just use everything so beautifully. Now we also have the 6 by 6 sheets. Now it's the exact same artwork, however you get 4 sheets of every single page, and you're also going to get 236 cutouts. It just doubles it, and so that's just really nice. And there's also a card idea on the back that's beautiful. And let me see, we also have the die cuts. Let me bring those out. And the die cuts give you 31, and these are placed in frames, so they're already matted for you, just one step we do to help. And many of them have greetings. Some of them just have the artwork, as you can see. And there, you can overlap the pieces. We've got these that have greetings on them in a smaller size, so it just works really well. They're going to just pop right out. That's why we call them die cuts. And let me show you also, we also have 2 things that are just really wonderful to have. The chipboard, because the chipboard can be colored with alcohol pens, any kind of pens. You can even take your ink pads and dilute them a little bit with water and paint them on. And there are 11 pieces. Again, there is a page on the back. Isn't that gorgeous? Excuse me, a card on the back. Then the cutting dies, there are 9 of them, and they are gorgeous, as you will see. And you can see that we have done some embossing on them there, and that's just going to give us some depth to them. So just beautiful ones. Again, there is a card on the back to show you. So that is just going to make everything so easy. And with all of them, because you get those ideas, it just works really well. And one thing I wanted to share with you before we get into the other projects are these 2 ideas that are on the packages. This one is using the cutting dies, and let's get in really close. And I just want to show you that debossed area so you can kind of see how rich that is. We've got some of the seaweed. And I thought this was just bloody brilliant. So this is using the 6x6, but look what Debbie did. She put the border dazzles in between those lines, and it's just sparkly and beautiful and gorgeous. So I just wanted to make sure that you saw that idea. She may have done something like that on one of these cards, but I just thought that was brilliant, our Debbie. So let's get into her cards. And here is the first one. And she has made a shaker card. Now, it's been quite a while since I've seen a shaker card, so that's fun. And this is a great way to use those cutouts that I was showing you. So let me just show you what she used. This is a 5 by 6.5 inch card. She did first cover it with a mirror cardstock, and this is called Tidal Wave. That's kind of appropriate, don't you think? And that is, as I said, covering the card. And then she cut one of these pieces. I remember I showed that to you, and that became the base, covering the base of her card. So just a little bit smaller than the card itself. Now, this piece is very neat because she has used this cutout. So, okay, right here, you can see it. There it is, and there it is full. So she placed this on a self-healing mat, took her pen knife and just went right around the edge, or you could do scissors, whichever you want, and emptied that. Then she put that with 2 layers of foam tape underneath the edges, so that's going to work nicely. And then she is going to put some things in the center of her card. So she has die cut this, let me see that, okay, here we go. There we go. Isn't that jellyfish just beautiful? And she used some of our iridescent papers. And I'm not sure if you know about those, but they come in a pack of 7 different, and they all kind of change color. They shape shift. So as you can see, when I hold these, let's see, there's some more colors in here. There's 7 colors, wow. And you can see how they're iridescent, and they're kind of changing, especially that blue to green, the yellow to orange, just really fun. And that's what she used on the jellyfish when she cut it out. So here it is, nice generous size. This is 3 1/4 inches tall, and so you can make a wonderful statement with that, as she has done here. So she die cut that out, and she foam taped it onto a piece of that tidal wave mirror right here. Then she carefully put a couple of things, and let me show you. So she used, let's see, this is Caribbean of the sparklets, crystals, and then she also used the grape, so the 2 of them, and then she also used some of the blue caviar beads. So she kind of just put a little bit, and you don't put much, just a little bit into this area, and then quickly put her foamed frame on top, and that's going to capture everything, as you can see. And I thought it was really fun that she foam taped the jellyfish in place, because that lets the pieces go on top of it as well as underneath. Now, going along the sides, she also has some of the excuse me, right here, we've got, you can see the seaweed just going up. You know what? There's something I forgot to tell you, and I'm so sorry because it's integral to this card, is that when she did the frame, she did put a piece of acetate and attached it on the back side. That way, of course, it's going to hold all of those crystals and beads on the inside. So just remember to do that. So you're going to cut this out, you're going to put the acetate on it, then you're going to put the double row of, double height of foam tape around it, then sprinkle in the beads, and of course you're going to have that foam taped in place, and then press it down. You're ready to go. The Grateful for You, that's out of the die cuts. As I mentioned, there are many greetings in here, and Grateful for You is right there. And then on the inside of her card, because she did finish that one also, this is that same paper that she used on the front. Here are two of the borders. So you remember this? Well, there's the border. She cut that. You Are Always in My Heart is one of the die cuts. And this is the cutting die. And again, you can really see that detail. It's just getting close. Isn't that gorgeous? So just topping that off with a little bit of the ink pad, and it is gorgeous. So this is really a spectacular card using a lot of different materials, which is really nice. Okay, we're going to go to our next card, and this is a Slimline, and this is using the chipboard also. So let me show you. This is the paper, and you remember that was the last sheet that I showed you. And this is, of course, the Slimline card, and it is, we do sell them in the package with 10 cards with 10 envelopes, so that makes it super easy. She did cover her card with the teal solid, and then she took this piece and matted it on the orange glitter, and it's just very, very narrow, but look how it gives just a flash of color. It works really well with that patterned paper. Okay, now going into the chipboard, let me just show you the full piece, and let me turn this around so you can see that wave. And of course, using the alcohol pens, we like to use the Tri-Blend, although they are going out of stock soon, so just want to let you know. And isn't that just gorgeous? And you know something I just noticed is on the waves there, she used the new snow marker pen, which I don't have with me, but that is fabulous. It's going to be really fabulous this Christmas, but you just put it on. It's a pen, so you have control on it. You do need to heat it with a heat gun, and then it's going to poof up just like that. The Thinking of You is one of the cutouts, so that's going to work easily. And then here is another idea for a jellyfish. And again, it's just multiple colors, so lots of color, lots of brightness going on here. And let me scoot that over. And then inside, the same colors, the same paper, the same glitter, the same solid, just in different sizes and overlapping each other. May your day be as marvelous as you are. That's a nice, and those cutouts are also part of the paper pack. And this is one of the die cuts with that dolphin over on there. So that's just great. Okay, let's bring these over and let me show you the next card. There's just so much you can do, which is really fun, and it's perfect for this season. Now with this one, she has also used the 5 by 6.5 inch card. Again, of course, she's using these large cutouts, but she's done some fun things with it. Now, she didn't use the solid first, but what she did do is she inked the edges of her card, and this is with Prussian blue ink pad. So that just gets you a blue edge. And then the paper that she used, let me show you. Here is the paper. Again, they're on the back of the cutouts. So not only do you get the cutouts, you get appropriate art to use. And that's exactly what Debbie's used. So it's right there, just a little bit smaller than the card. And then this is out of this sheet. Here we go. Right there, and so just beautiful. And this is what I meant when I said that we do have those that are just frames, but these are designed so that you have room to put greetings, and they will fit. You could put them as she did, underneath. You can put them above, you can tuck them in, put them underneath. So it's just going to work nicely. And It's Your Birthday is one of the cutouts. And here is more of that seaweed from the cutting dies. And I love what she did. She cut it out of that yellow, and then she just did a little bit of inking on the edges. So very quick and easy to do, but look what's going on inside. You ready? There we go. Look at that, how fun. And what a good idea to use, especially with this set. So let me show you. This is called the window pop-up dies. Right here, this is part of our fabulous folded line. There are 2 cutting dies, the big frame here, and then there is a pop-up right here, and that's put in place. Everything is centered on the score line in the center of the card. There are complete directions in this window pop-up, and they're right there, and the dies are inside. And these are solid dies too, so people tell us that they really appreciate that, and just works beautifully. So here, this is the chipboard that she has colored, and the seahorse right there, so that's resting on this one, and there's a little seahorse too, and then the chipboard seagrass. And then there's also from the cutting die. So just beautiful. Isn't that fun? And our turtle is floating from a piece of acetate. So he's diving down in there. Go with the waves. That's part of the chipboard. Be Happy is of the die cuts. And isn't that gorgeous on the inside with that beautiful paper? In fact, let me give you a look at it. Here's the whole sheet. Isn't that gorgeous? So she's got that. And then this is the piece that she die cut. So these 2 is what she's used. And then she also used the border. So let me show you that. Remember we used this one? Well, she's used this border just on each side of that window, just to kind of frame it. So I think that's wonderful. How fun to get a card that's looking pretty good, and then to get a big surprise on the inside. I just love it. Okay, we have one more card, and this is it. So we're taking the whale, and this is using several of the colors. So we've got the dark blue and the yellow for the card, and then also this big cutout. So let me show you that again. So it's on this sheet. It's got the sun coming down. To My Friend is part of the die cuts, as you would imagine. And she has used, in this case, I showed you the thin line dies that she put on that first card. This is the colorful thin line dies, and you can see she's used the dark green, the teal on the edge of that yellow solid cardstock. So really fun. And To My Friend is down there. Then on the inside, she has used this one. It's actually not that one. It is from right here. There we go. There's another wave. I Miss Your Company. That's one of the cutouts from the 12 by 12. And look at this. Isn't that pretty? Again, it's that border, and then she's put the thin line colorful dazzles just going through the waves. I think it's just a great look. So that is our last card. And just to recap, so you've got a lot of things going on. Let me show you. We've got, obviously, we always start with the 12 by 12 because that pretty much establishes the look and the feel of what we have. I think we're going to have to back up a little bit to get all of this in. Our 12 solid colors, which can be used, of course, they're designed to go with Sealife, but you may find other uses for them. That's what folks tell us. The 31 die cuts, the stained glass cutting dies, 9 of those, beautiful. The chipboard, as well as our 6 by 6 pack. Here it is. And so that is just giving us a wonderful look of Sealife stained glass. And this is available now And there is a money saver, as we always do, over on the right-hand side of your screen. We are watching your wallet for you to always give you the best deal we possibly can. And we also have a couple of other things. If you get, well, actually, if you get our emails, but also if you just go on the website, you can download this set of cutouts, and it matches the greetings that are in the book. And the way that you can see how these are paired by color. These are both teal, these are both blue, both orange. That's so you can do the front of your card and the inside of your card. Or you can tuck these both with photos in your albums. So they're really meant to be an inside-outside type of thing. So that's fun. And this is free. Did I mention free? The other thing we have is for our VIPs. Now, when your orders reach $500 over 12 months, and this is an ongoing thing, every month we will send you the VIP program. And there'll be a code, it's blank here for obvious reasons, but we'll send you this. And with your next order, enter that code and you will get 6 of these sheets for free. So that's 12 designs because they're double-sided. And so that's just for you. Now, we do have subscriptions, and if you've been watching us, you know all about that. But just in case, this is for Sealife stained glass, and this is I Want It All. So this is going to be everything except the cutting die, okay? So all of those, they will all be 20% off, that's right. And you will get them before the webisode. And because there are ideas on the packaging, you're all set to go. You've got things that you can begin working with the moment that these arrive. However, if you really want the entire set, I mean really, really, this is what we have. I Really Want It All is going to have everything. It's still the 20% off. You will still get it before the webisode. Now, we only do one collection a month. We do a different one every single month. And it's just something that you can join with us, as many of you have. So those two are also on the right-hand side of your screen. Now, you don't just have to do it here. It's on the webisode too, or it's on the website too, so that works. Now, if you happen to be watching us on YouTube, we hope that you will like us and subscribe. Then head on over to Paper Wishes. You might want to sign up for our emails. You can do that on the home page, clear up at the top. That way you'll get emails not only about webisodes and new product, but also about the sales that we have and any new information. So we invite you to do that. You won't miss out on anything. I want to thank Debbie for sharing her creativity. Wonderful job, and don't forget using those thin line dazzles. Just want to really appreciate the effort that she puts in, and what a dedicated professional that woman is. Okay, I want to thank you also for joining us, and most of all for being part of our Paper Wishes family. We'll see you next time.